Sunshine, soft seas, and the company of friends could be the perfect vacation. Jason, his two brothers, and a few of their friends go off to a secluded island. What could have been an outstanding trip quickly turns into a disaster. A skydiving activity lands them on a lawless portion of the island, and they soon find themselves in the hands of a man named Boss. In the imagination of Voss, Jason and his friends are merely walking and talking wallets.
Well, I hope your mama and your papa really love you, because you two white boys, you look very expensive. And that's good, because I like expensive things.
Jason and his brother Grant are able to escape for a brief time before tragedy occurs and he flees into the woods absent his brother and accompanied by gunfire. It's up to Jason to become a hardened hunter and save his friends from the notorious Voss. Jason awakes to a man etching a tattoo into his arm. The man reveals himself as one of the leaders of the rebel tribe, the Rakyat. Dennis informs Jason that the only way he will get his friends and family back is to become one with the jungle and build up the tattoo on his arm. In other words, Jason must become addicted to drugs and slaughter more animals and men than a Sylvester Stallone film. Only after he becomes the perfect killer will he be able to take on the insanity that is Voss. Everything is relatively straightforward in Far Cry 3's story. Jason would love to rescue his friends with a side of vengeance, and he will have to go from loser to winner in a day. I could sit here and try to disassemble the tale of Far Cry 3, but I do not think it is necessary. Sure, Jason receives a phone that could be used to call anywhere at the beginning of the game. Yet, what fun would that have been if we did not get to see this weak boy turn into a hardened killer? The story is engaging enough to keep you shooting into the heads of indigenous citizens of the island. If anything, the highlight of the story will be the target of all your fury, Voss. His insanity shines brightly amongst a sea of wooden characters, and it is a delight to see his rage on screen. With that said, you do not get to see this villain nearly enough in this title, and that is just a waste of good talent.
Our loved ones, right? Our fucking loved ones! They come and they blindside you every fucking time. So they say to me, they say, Voss, who the fuck is it going to be? Them or me? Me!
Stepping into the shoes of Jason Brody is a simple affair. If you have ever played a first-person shooter before, you will be incredibly comfortable here. The deviations spring forth from the development of the Tatau, which are the ability trees that players will unlock by participating in side missions. These abilities range from steadying the aim of weapons to improving swimming speed and increased gains from collecting materials. Speaking of which, crafting and hunting is an unavoidable part of life in Far Cry 3. If you do not participate in it, you will be stuck with little to no ammo, medicine, and a tightly packed wallet. Creatures and plant life litter the island, and quite often you will get in touch with swiping plants and shooting a pig in the face. Certain animal skins activate specific upgrades. Plants are easy to find with relative frequency, but the animals have certain sections of the island that they call home. Now, I'm not knocking the crafting system, but the rucksack system is disgustingly outdated. You can only sell one item at a time and only after receiving a prompt, and the rucksack will become full quite often. So be prepared for some frustrating bag cleansing if you have done a lot of looting. You will only be able to discover animal and item locations by exploring the island. Scrambling around the island and finding radio towers will reveal details on the map. Players will receive exact locations of ammo, treasures, and wildlife. The bonus to unlocking radio towers is free weapons from the shops and vending machines. That's right, vending machines are plentiful with guns and ammo. Every little homicidal maniac's dream come true. Players can customize weapons with suppressors, sights, and even camouflage. The bow and arrow can fire off explosive and flaming arrows. Or you can go all out and burn someone alive with a flamethrower. Here is the rub. Players will have to take down hideouts to unlock safe houses to use for fast travel. Once unlocked, these areas will become host to side quests. The depressing truth is that side missions amount to repetition in different areas of the map. The Rakyat will always have Jason assassinate some person with a knife or hunt some fauna with a specific weapon choice. The Hitman missions net the player with cash, but the wildlife missions are the key for unlocking the final upgrades of each crafted item. Let us not even kid ourselves and pretend that you can flake out on the side quests. Without completing a certain number of these tasks, players cannot proceed down the path of the warrior talent system. It does not take long for these missions to feel more like chores than fun. Completing a static quest will open up some story-driven side quests, but only if you like taking pictures of dead people or killing more Komodo dragons than normal. Branching off the beaten path and finding a hang glider or spelunking into old Japanese bunkers for letters home is much more fun. If all else fails, the focused path of the story has enough diversity to stay fresh until the end. It often attempts to mimic Uncharted in the first-person view while providing the backdrop for a Call of Duty set piece. It runs the gamut well without nosediving in any particular area, and comes out ahead because of it. I had the chance to check out the graphical settings on both the PlayStation 3 and the PC. The PS3 holds up well for a console, but the jaggies of the character models could slice your eyes out. Despite that setback, the island beams with rays of sunlight and brims with foliage. Elaborate lighting, shadows, and physics come together to provide an impressively detailed wonderland. Character models match the colorful setting, but boast some comprehensive facial animations. As much as you will hate Vaas, it is a thrill to watch him turn into an insane beast. I am the kind of person that can play an open world game just for the side quests, and I have to say that it is impossible to keep focused on the clone quest that this title provides. Far Cry 3's story mode does dish out the fun and variety that most side missions in other games hold. Therefore, in this instance, the linear path is the best path and the most fun way to play Far Cry 3. If you are in it for the full completion of all side missions, you might be a bit dismayed to find out that those quests are outright uninspired. Far Cry 3 receives a B+ from Half-Ass Gaming. The story mode is fun, but the other features can come off as, well, mundane. For more reviews and opinion pieces, visit GeekCitadel.com, the official home of Half-Ass Gaming reviews. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and leave a comment on the webpage. We'd love to hear what you have to say. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.